barnyard come the 13th is jump up and move around, and I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to. It's a fundraiser, and it's simply the best 80s music and memories, all to benefit Bless a Baby and Tiny Owls. Joining me this morning on Zoom, we've got Wayne Allen, the CEO of Tiny Owls, and Glynne Rosselli, Executive Director of Bless a Baby. To the two of you, good morning. Nice hanging out.
Good morning. Lovely to
Morning.
hang out with you too, Brad.
Morning.
Brad. Thanks for inviting us on.
Yeah, what a pleasure. Wayne, since I've got you up, tell us a little bit about Tiny Owl's home that you and your wife started back in 2018 for our listeners to get an idea of what it is that you do that's so beautiful to help the babies.
Hey, Brad. Yeah, thanks very much. Tiny Owls, as you said, was started in 2018. We are a temporary place of safety for children or babies that have been abandoned or relinquished and will be placed for long-term foster care or in permanent families.
Just want to ask you, I know this is something so close to your heart, Wayne, that you and your wife would start something like this, converting your whole garage into a nursery. When you've got a heart for this kind of a thing, and I know some of our listeners that are tuned in as well have got a heart for different ministries in different ways and used by God to do amazing things, but you have to give up your life like that to commit to doing something so special, that takes something. I just really want to know how that started with you and your wife. What got you to that point of saying, we're doing this?
Yeah, thanks, Brad. We are here. The short answer is it's an accumulation of just saying yes to the Lord. It's how we ended up here. We first started on our journey with adopting our two sons. They were 10 and 11 months old. And then we adopted our daughter, Gracie. She was 3 months old, and they're now 16 and 11 respectively. And Gracie came from a baby home very similar to ours in Swellendam. And we'd seen the model, and we'd also seen the tremendous need of babies needing a place of safety and the lack thereof of supporters to be able to receive these babies and be the safe pair of loving hands in the interim whilst the social workers were able to place them. We've had a number of events that have led us to this. I think, friends of ours that adopted and inspired us, the Lord laid it on our hearts. And I think one of the things that really spoke to my heart is that maybe 20 years ago, I was reading and I'd seen that in the early church, the first 200 or 300 years of the church, that in Rome, the society that didn't want a baby, they would simply go to the rubbish dump in the city limits and throw the children away.
Wow.
And what the church did is they knew that, and they sat and they waited. And they received those children and they raised those children. And that's how the church grew through service. And God really used that to put something in my heart. And when the opportunity came, in fact, the Lord put the little owls in my mother and my late mother-in-law's heart, and then my wife, and that then just filtered through into where we are today with all those other points of contact with God speaking to us, getting us to this point.
Yeah. Thanks for that powerful message. Glynne, Bless a Baby, been around since 2002. You work quite practically to ensure there's a bag for the babies, blessing a new mom with everything they would need for the first while of having that brand new baby, all the way back in 2002. Just share with us that story of how that all began, because these stories of legacy are so important when we can see how far God has brought you all.
Yeah, so we started in 2002 when we heard about moms going home from hospital with just nothing for their babies. These newborn babies, well, in summer it doesn't sound so harsh, but in winter, just hearing about babies going home with nothing to cover them, no clothing, no blankets, no nothing. And so the moms would simply tuck the babies in their clothing.
Wow.
And that was just not acceptable. And we just said, not on our watch, not with the hospitals that are so close to us that we can't stand by and do nothing. And so we started with just one hospital, just taking 10 bags at a time, and it's grown from there.
Just for the sake of our listeners, how many bags, I know that you count how many that you distribute, how many bags have you distributed over the years?
We're over 43,000. It's not the bags that's the important part. It's the
Sure.
families that are impacted by it. So yes, over 43,000.
One thing I love
So it's very
that is
exciting.
very exciting. I mean, from both stories, just in the space of hopelessness, some people have stepped up and said, we want to create and be a place of hope for the new moms, hope for those babies that need to start out somewhere before they can see the rest of their journey. When it comes to fundraising, we know anyone who's listening that is part of an organization, it's always a tricky thing. But I've noticed when it comes to these fun barnyard fundraiser events, Blessed Baby and Tiny Owls love to go arm in arm to have a good night out. So joining forces on
We
the
do.
two of you, yeah, that's amazing. So Wayne, tell us a little bit about what's coming up on the 13th of March. For those who say, I love the heart behind these organizations, we'd love a good night out. What's happening at the Barnyard?
Brad, I think this is our third, Glynne, help me right. It's our third
Yes.
venture out together. So we love Bless a Baby. They really integrate so closely into what we do. For us, it's always about the moms we care about the moms as much as the babies. And so it's such a beautiful partnership. So Barnyard is a wonderful event. It's a wonderful theater that we've enjoyed many times. So the Absolute 80s is, as you were saying earlier, it's about big hair, big music, and big fun. So it's difficult to stay in your chair. So a bunch of tables around, focus on the theater. There's snacks and food and drinks that you can order. And invite your friends, book a table, and come and enjoy the evening with us. I think it's dinner and a show, and it's all for a good cause.
Yeah, very much so. Glynne, when it comes to tickets, is it something that has to happen through Bless a Baby or Tiny Owls? Does it happen through a Barnyard? For those who are looking forward to a night out and want to support what you all do, how do they sort out those tickets?
So the tickets need to be sorted out via our socials, both Tiny Owls and Bless a Baby, because we have a specific link. It's a unique link for our show. If you go onto the Barnyard website, it says sold out, and we're definitely not sold out.
Okay.
So please do it via our socials. There's a specific unique link that we need people to click on.
Okay, great. So would you share those, your handle and where they can find you, Glynne, and Bless a Baby, rather, on the socials?
Yes, and can we share it with you as well?
Yes, absolutely.
So that they can get it from your bit. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so go and check out Bless a Baby on the socials and Tiny Owls as well, and you'll find the link there. And you click on the link, it'll take you through to a place where you can get your tickets and make it a fun affair, you know. And if you're unable to make it, bless somebody or get some friends to go along, and it's always better enjoyed together with friends and family as a good night out at the Barnyard. And of course, you know you're going to know the words of the song, and then you can sing along because Glynne's going to be there singing along with her favorites, and Tim can't wait for some Michael Jackson. So so when Wayne is belting out a good one, you can join him as well. So one thing, I've been at the last three that you've had, and I can tell, Wayne, there are prizes and opportunities for raffles. So the show is one thing, but you can still walk away with some fantastic prizes, right?
Yeah, that's right. We've got over 10,000 rands worth of prizes, and ranging from appliances to wine, food, stays away. It's really going to be worth your while. Lots of prizes. So it's not just one or two people that are going to win it, but many people. And so we had a lot of fun the last few occasions we were handing those out. So yeah, we would really encourage people. It's not only for a good cause, but you stand a chance to win some amazing things from some of our very generous sponsors and supporters.
That's the voice of Wayne Allen, CEO of Tiny Owls. Before we greet you, Wayne, if you just want to share some details of Tiny Owls, if people want to find you on the socials and also online.
Thanks, Brad. tinyowls.org.za is the site, and then just search for Tiny Owls on Facebook and on Instagram, and also on the bottom of our website, the socials links are there with the little icons that are familiar to most. So yeah, find us, just search for Tiny Owls and you'll find us.
As easy as that. Thanks, Wayne. Glynne Rosselli, Executive Director of Bless a Baby. Before we greet you, Glynne, where can we find out more about Bless a Baby?
Same with Bless a Baby. It's our name, Bless a Baby. And we're on Facebook and Instagram as well. So, and you'll see lots of barnyard posts.
Yeah, it's as easy as that.
Yes.
A quick Google's going to get you everything that you need. It's easier than you think. A massive thanks. Thanks, Glynne. Thanks, Wayne. Look forward to seeing you guys on the 13th. And I'm sure many listening here today will join in the fun as well. Why not? Make sure you get your tickets for the Barnyard for simply the best 80s music and memories, all for a great cause to support Tiny Owls and Bless a Baby, and plenty for you to win as well. So don't miss out on that. A massive thanks to you guys for the incredible work that you do out there in the communities, changing lives literally. And many blessings to you until we connect again.